Hey guys, it's Mike from EdgeNote50KO with a new video where I'll be talking everything in the world of boxing. I'm going to be releasing a new YouTube video every Monday evening at 8 PM GMT time where I'll be talking about everything in the world of boxing. So to keep track about what's happening, hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification button so you know every time I post a new video. I'm also going to put timestamps on the videos, so whatever section you want to listen to, you'll be able to skip right to the section that you want. So now what we're going to talk about. Oh yes, let's talk about the fight news that just broke a few days ago. Ryan Garcia has finally taken his nuts out of his manager's purse and will now face his mortal enemy, Devin Haney, in April. People that has been watching my channel for a while already know about the King Rai saga. Ryan Garcia flipping, flopping between different opponents, different people getting in his ear, from his management team to Floyd Mayweather. This guy needs to start making decisions for himself, seriously. So now we finally have the fight confirmed. We can all settle down, relax, and calm down before their first press conference.
Don't run up on me. 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 Don't run up on me.
Well, guess not. Wait a minute. It wasn't long ago that Ryan Garcia was going to church, saying his prayers, doing Instagram live sermons, saying that God was his advocate. Now, I don't think heaven's going to approve that kind of trash talking, Ryan. Tut, tut, tut. Now, Ryan, put on your priest color back on, as we know that you're not about that life. Now, don't get me wrong. I love some pre-fight trash talking. It helps to promote the fight, and they both know it. But come on, how do they know to be at the same place at the same time? Boxing is becoming more like WWE every day, and I love it. People like to take the mick out of Ryan Garcia, and I can understand. I mean, he talks a good game, but when it comes to in the ring, he doesn't back it up. But you gotta put some respect on Ryan's name, because he's one of the few fighters that's willing to take on the tough fights, unlike some fighters that likes to take the easy option. I'm not gonna name names, but you know who they are. Javonta Davis. Ryan Garcia will destroy Devin Haney, and his dad Bill Haney won't be in the ring to save him. Yeah, that's right, you heard him. This is coming from Ryan Garcia himself.
Devin will be destroyed, and his daddy's gonna have to help him up. You know, I'm telling Bill this. I'm gonna tell him this now, and then I'll probably have something for him later. But I'm telling you, he's gonna have 3 chances to stop the fight. The first one is, so if he doesn't do it, then who knows what's gonna happen. So I'm just telling you, you're gonna have 3 chances in the fight to help your son out. We're gonna see if you really care about your son.
This is the kind of mentality that Ryan Garcia needs if he's going to have any chance of beating someone like Devin Haney. Because even though they're even 3-3 in the amateur ranks, at professional level, Devin Haney has moved levels above him. So far above that a lot of people are thinking that this fight is going to be a mismatch. Some might even say that Ryan's taking this fight for a quick cash grab before he hangs up his gloves, becomes a priest, and do live Instagram sermons for a living. Plus, Ryan's got nothing really to worry about. I mean, losing to Devin Haney ain't all that bad when you think about it, because Devin Haney, as long as he keeps his head on straight, he will be one of the best fighters of his era and definitely a future Hall of Famer. Also, Ryan is not as bad a fighter as people make out. He's just not at elite level. And if a fighter like Rolly Romero can win a world championship belt, then Ryan Garcia can definitely win one also in the future. Just not against Devin Haney, that's all. So let's talk about the fight that happened on Friday night. Teofimo Lopez won via a controversial, unanimous decision against Jermaine Ortiz in what a lot of people will say was a boring fight. I personally thought the fight was a lot closer than what the scorecard said. I mean, one judge scored it 117 to 111 to Lopez. That's just crazy. What Teofimo was expecting from Ortiz and what actually happened in the ring are 2 different things. Ortiz switched to southpaw and he was fighting from the outside, and that frustrated Teofimo throughout the whole fight. Some people may not like Ortiz's fighting style. Some people will call it running, but in boxing, there are different fighting styles. Styles make fights, and when you're in the ring with a quality fighter like Teofimo Lopez, you gotta do what's best for you so you can have the best chance of winning. But what I think that lost Ortiz the fight ultimately was that he was fighting from the outside too much. Perception in boxing is important, and if you're fighting from the outside too much and not being as aggressive, then that can go against you in some judges' eyes. Does Ortiz deserve the rematch? Yes. But is Teo gonna give him one? Hell no. And for Teo, he needs to be able to deal with these type of fights if he's going to have any chance of beating elite fighters like Terence Crawford. And one thing for sure, Teo needs to stop calling Terence Crawford's name, because let's keep it 100. If that was Terence Crawford in there against Teo, Crawford would knock him out. You just ain't ready, kid. You just ain't ready. So where does Teo go from here? Well, if I was him, I'll be going for the biggest fights possible that's going to generate him the most amount of money. So I'll be looking at the winner of the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight. Or plan B, if you can't get any of those guys, I'll be looking at the winner of Rolly Romero and Isaac Cruz. Both of those fights will be for unification, and if you're a fighter in any division, you should always look to be undisputed. So let's see what he decides to do next. And finally, we have Tyson Fury's path to greatness.
Got 2 fights with Usyk for the undisputed, twice. Then I'm going to fight AJ at least once, maybe twice, if there's a rematch, if he wants one, after the first battering I give him. And then I'm going to fight Ngannou again. And that's just a start. So there's 5 little fights for you.
If you believe what he says. Now, you can never trust Tyson Fury with what he says, because he wakes up one day and he decides to carry on fighting, or he can go to sleep and wake up another day and he decides he wants to retire. But this time, it's different. Don't ask me why. I just believe that this time is different. Boxing is in his blood. He is a Spartan. It's not about the money.
If someone pulls out of the fight, the other fighter will get $10 million, which is obviously very significant as well. There was some talk that,
10 million not from us. We guarantee it. 10 million from their own money.
From their own money, okay.
Okay, well, it is about the money. Yeah, 10 million if you're gonna be Pacific. And who wants to lose money, right? Okay, now back to the path to greatness. Now, if he wins all those fights back to back, then you got to put him in the Hall of Fame. And he must be one of the greatest heavyweights in this era and one of the great heavyweights of all time. But until then, we have to wait and see. A long road ahead. Well, that's all the news for now. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the content, hit the like button and also share the video to everybody who loves boxing so they can listen to more of this content. Remember, I'll be posting the new videos like this every Monday evenings at 8 p.m. GMT. So stay tuned. Subscribe, like, and follow. EdgeNote 50KL signing out.